Hi, my name is Brenda Troia. I was diagnosed in January of 2006 with DCIS, ductal carcinoma in situ, on my left breast at 12 o'clock. And I had an invasive carcinoma at 6 o'clock. So my only option was for mastectomy. I had bilateral mastectomy on my birthday in 2006. I had my bilateral mastectomy on my 45th birthday back in 2006. Currently, I am in remission and have been for the past 18 years. I would love to thank my medical team, Dr. Doreen Wiggins, Dr. Pierre Michaud. They were my two doctors for this long. I think it was 6 or 8 hour surgery. It was removing the breast cancer and getting me ready for reconstruction. There was also a nurse. After the surgery, I was really, really sick and couldn't lift my head up without vomiting. And this nurse had come in. She was from the OR, and she mentioned this one drug. As my doctor tried it, she said, "I'm going to call your doctor. I'm going to get permission to give you this drug." And within half an hour, I was up and walking around. I had been sick for 2 straight days. I couldn't move without vomiting. This nurse, I don't remember her name. I wish I did. She was my angel that day. I am extremely grateful for my 2 daughters, Amanda and Caitlin. Since the day they were born, they have been my 2 guiding lights. Their support throughout that whole ordeal was amazing. My mom, whom I lost 2 years ago, my mom, my sister Terry, and my brother-in-law Arthur, my best friend Linda. Without them, I don't know what I would have done. They were there for me every day. I love the Gloria Gemma organization. I was first introduced to them back in 2006. I think I was one of the first torchbearers. This was before the fire department got involved, and there were all new rules and codes and everything. I have done the Dragon Boat. I've did Glory Days. All these experiences, all of the resources that are available at Gloria Gemma are just phenomenal. And like I said before, I've made such wonderful friends, and I hope lasting friendships. My name is Brenda Troia, and this is my story.
Hi, everybody. I'm sitting here with Brenda Troia. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
And how did you come upon the Gloria Gemma Foundation program, the She Rose program?
My breast cancer surgeon is the one who introduced me back in 2006. So I've been a part of the foundation for 18 years now.
Oh, wow. So is that how long ago you were diagnosed?
Yes.
Any recurrences?
No. Thankfully, no.
That's great. 18 years ago. So doing a program like this, did you find that you still needed some growth or healing from what you've been through?
Yeah, I am a very private person, so I've kept so many things to myself. Being able to hear stories from other breast cancer survivors, it's helped me. It's helped me a lot. I've learned to share things that I've never shared before. So yeah, I love the organization.
Now that you have, I guess, gone out of your comfort zone to do that, to share, being a private person, looking back, like, has it been better for you to share? I mean, do you wish you had kept it private? Are you sort of glad, or was there a growth in taking that leap of faith and saying, I want to articulate what I've been through and be less private?
I think years ago, I would not have felt comfortable at all sharing anything. A lot of time has gone by, so if I can share something that helps someone else, yeah, I feel good about that.
That's good. So through everything that you've done through the She Rose program, Candle Pass, SCAR, story crafting, today's makeover photo shoot, is there a lesson you took away that you could share with somebody else? Anything you learned that challenged you or changed you that maybe you didn't realize was deep inside that came out of any of those experiences?
I thoroughly enjoyed working with everyone else. I definitely have made some wonderful new friendships. My group of 5 girls for the story crafting, they have been wonderful.
Who's your coach? Pam? Tila? Pam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. That's all right. I love that. I've said before that one of my favorite parts and really the whole method behind everything we do is for you all to find connections, because long after this program's over, we want you guys to just continue to check on each other and cheer each other on and be there for, the highs and the lows.
And I think that we will be.
I love that.
I've met a lot of super, super nice women, sisters.
Yeah, and you're one of them. You're one of those nice people. Well, your story is called Saved by the Light. Was there any particular reason that you chose that theme or that title?
The Saved by the Light, it's like a lighthouse. My 2 daughters, since the day they were born, have been my 2 beacons of light. They've gotten me through a lot of ups and downs in my life, and I absolutely would be nothing without them.
What are their names?
Amanda and Caitlin.
Well, if they're listening, have they heard this story yet?
They have not.
Okay. Well, obviously they're beacons of light to you, and I can't wait to hear your story called Saved by the Light. This is Brenda Lee Troia.
I have a quote from an unknown author that I really like. After rain, there's a rainbow. After a storm, there's calm. After the night, there's morning. And after an end, there's a beginning. The ocean has been a constant in my life. It's always been my happy place. There's something about the sound of the waves crashing ashore, the feel of the sea breeze on my face, and seeing the beautiful, endless blue water that always soothes my soul. I had a great childhood. My mom and dad were hardworking, caring, and loving parents. I have 1 older sister. Our home environment was always comfortable and safe and warm. Having lots of aunts and uncles and cousins, we always had the best family gatherings. I went to Catholic schools. I was an honor student. I had the nicest friends still to this day, and life was good. When I was a sophomore in high school, I was introduced to and eventually fell in love with my high school sweetheart. We dated for 7 years before we were married in May of 1985. I married my knight in shining armor, or so I thought. Our marriage could not have been further from the happily ever after that I had always dreamed of. In September of 1998, after 13 years of in an unhealthy marriage, I mustered up the strength to seek the advice of an attorney. That attorney consultation was the hardest thing I had ever done. Immediately following the consultation, my friend and I stopped for breakfast. I was upset and trying to hold back tears as we entered the restaurant and walked over to our table. The waitress came over and greeted us with a pot of coffee in hand. She saw my eyes welled up with tears, walked away, and promptly returned. She held out her fist and told me to open my hand, which I did. When she opened her fist, her hand was full of colorful confetti angels that dropped into my open hand, spilling over onto the table. She looked at me and said, "Everything's going to be okay." And she smiled. I couldn't help but wonder, was this a coincidence, or could this waitress have somehow known that I was actually a collector of angels? I believed God sent her to me that day, and I believed her when she said everything would be okay. Filing for divorce was the best decision I made for me and my two beautiful daughters, Amanda and Caitlin, who were then 10 and 6 years old. I had secured a decent job as a long-term rotating office clerk at a school department. Over the next 25 and a half years, I worked my way up from being a substitute clerk to being the director of human resources. I retired from that director position in September of 2003. November of 2005 was the beginning of an unexpected journey. My mammogram had shown calcifications in my left breast, and I was referred to a breast cancer surgeon for more extensive tests. On January 23rd of 2006, I heard those words, "You have cancer." My heart sunk into my chest. The only other word I remember hearing that afternoon was mastectomy. I drove around aimlessly after leaving my doctor's office. The news had caught me totally off guard, as there was no family history of breast cancer. I was a single mom, and my daughters needed me. I was consumed with thoughts of them possibly having to live with their father, and that frightened me beyond words. The waves of my beautiful, calming ocean had come crashing down on me, pulling me so deeply into the water that I lost sight of the things around me. My beautiful girls became my guiding lights, my inspirations. They helped me through my cancer diagnosis, my surgeries, and my treatments, as did my mom and sister. We three girls were and are an amazing team, always there for each other, always supporting each other in navigating through life's turbulent waters where uncertainty clouded my path. My girls were my beacons of light amid the storm. They guided me toward my purpose when I didn't think I had one. Amanda and Caitlin will always be every heartbeat, my every breath, my two reasons, my shining lights, my entire world. Today, our team of three has grown, and I am the luckiest mommy and Mimi on this planet. My family is and always will be my beacon of light, of love, hope, positivity, and light. My faith has also helped me immensely. God's power can make things that seem impossible possible. I am truly blessed. The lesson: persevere through the pain and swim toward victory over those things that stand against you. Life is a struggle. It is a continuing battle, and it takes perseverance to go the distance. As a result of my cancer journey, I am stronger than I was before. I'm not saying that I don't worry about the cancer returning, but I am certainly thankful for each new day I am given. I realize every day is a gift. I try to follow the simple advice of my favorite Disney fish, Dory. Just keep swimming.
So good. First of all, you're an excellent writer. Was that something you excelled in?
I used to really be an English teacher.
I could tell. I mean, you're I was reliving that moment with you in the coffee shop. And did you ever see that waitress again?
No.
You know, so what angels do you collect? Because name one waitress you've ever run into in your entire life that would have a pocket full of angels. I mean, that just doesn't exist, right?
I know. When she ever told me to open my hand, I just knew everything was going to be okay. Yeah. The toughest decision I had ever made, I knew things would be okay. Yeah. God sent her to me.
Totally. Do you ever think that, you said you believe in God, and do you ever think that someday, when you maybe meet her again, that you'll go, I knew it. I knew you're one of his angels that was sent that day to rescue my soul.
Because it's been so long, and I always thought, I'm going to bump into her someday. I'll bump into her. The restaurant is not there anymore. It's been gone for years. But maybe.
What if she hears this podcast and you reconnect?
God.
Would that be funny?
Oh, my God.
Well, let's hope. Share this once it is published, and let's see if that waitress could say, that was me.
It was the New Yorker restaurant in Cranston, Rhode Island.
Okay, if anybody's listening to this and knows this amazing waitress with the pocketful angel,
oh my gosh,
please let us know. Well, thank you so much for being part of this program. You're a beautiful person, and you did great.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.